Say hi to Danny for me. And please don't call her a lizard girl. It's a dinosaur, okay? It's a dinosaur. Alastis, don't you clip that. Right. And they have ducks. They have ducks. Look, duckies.
The animals had.
Yeah, someone should clip this and we send it to Trunk.
Honestly,
so we are saving his skin. But well, operate the device. That's fine. We can do this. Blah 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 blah. There we go. Smashing spacebar. Anyway.
Hello there.
Hello, Leonka. Hello. Nice to meet you. Guys, any more alerts? Anybody wants to? No? Can I? Okay.
Hello there.
Lovely. Yes. Thank. Hello. 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 So, in Wuthering Waves. I love you guys. You're amazing. So. Well, better. I better trust myself so I can save myself from my other self.
It's
Otherwise,
the same rider, but in a different point in time. I follow the steps he laid out for me. Alice's photos from the talk show building basement.
yeah. Otherwise, me, myself, and I would never get out of this place. So, that's pretty clear, no? The throat singing, though. It's like Man in the Wall again. It was Ballas.
You.
Remember this.
It was Ballas this whole time. I shouldn't have protected that wagon, god damn. It's so bright! My eyes! My eyes! Dude, I'm a gamer! You can't do this to a gamer! I didn't see the daylight. Okay, enough of that. Enough of the clips. Starting to get on my nerves, to be perfectly honest, but here we are. Welcome everybody. Today we are playing Control after well, a really long time. I didn't check when I played the last time actually. I could have checked on YouTube on my live recording. It doesn't matter. I need to finish the things that I've started, so we are playing Control today. I was considering horror games actually for today, but I decided before I jump into any new game, I want to finish what I've started before. So we are dealing with Control today. I don't know if we can finish this. The game is quite long and we are nowhere near the end, and then there are like 2 DLCs, which is another about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay, I would assume. But before we go anywhere else, let's just continue the game. I was getting good and then I haven't played for a long time, so now I don't know what to do or where to go, but I am confident we are going to figure it out. So this is Control, one of my favorite games ever, I would say. Then here we go. So we need to speak with Emily in the executive boardroom. All right. I was under impression that we are going somewhere with this thing, but doesn't seem to be the case. So what do we have? Kill strategy target. This is distorted. Okay, these are giving me like rewards. So for like crafting and stuff, the crafting in this is very confusing. We have new case files. What's this? Unread. Benidorm TV. No unique containing procedures required by Bound. CRT television bought by Benikoff and Sons Electronics. The screen is still functional. The object can levitate itself off the ground to maximum observed altitude of... why is this redacted? When bound, the object of para-utilitarians... I am pretty sure I was able to pronounce that, but now... para-utilitarians. To harness this effect for their own use, see report redacted for the results tested with prime candidate. Redacted again. The object is currently bound by redacted. No, it's probably going to be bound by me pretty soon, though. The object was first discovered in a local news story for somebody in Kansas. A figure had been seen something over buildings. The bureau dispatched agents of the town who... oh, it's probably levitating over the buildings. Discovered that a man named something had bound himself to the object. Mr. Something was detained, see case something something, and the object was brought to the bureau for study. Okay. So we have Salvador's ID. Hey Danny, how are you doing today? Control points. Let's see this. That doesn't make sense. I forgot how weird the board is. I love that this like absolute like eldritch entity, old as time, immediately gave into corporate structure of things, and now it's calling itself a board. With questioning of Dylan, we have altered items.
All right, I won't take up too much of your time today, Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
What about her?
I just want to
So
get your
Dylan
perspective. What do you think of her?
is actually
What
going to be
kind of person
protagonist
is
of the
she?
next
That sort of
Control
thing.
game they are cooking right now.
My sister. When I was
It might
little,
even
I
come up
mean,
this year.
back in Ordinary.
And you don't anymore?
When I first got here, sure. I'd always hoped she'd come too. Find me, to take me home. We went everywhere together. Why should this be any different? Casper said she could come too, to the Bureau. If she wanted to. But she never did.
Why do you think that is?
Because she didn't care about me. She always wanted to be out on her own, seeing the world. She always said so. I guess she got what she wanted.
Great. So she wanted to see the world. Did she ever mention any place in particular?
Why?
We like to ask questions around here, you know that. Any particular cities, towns, landmarks, anything like that?
I don't remember.
What about family friends? Were you close with anyone living outside of Ordinary?
I'm done with this. Tell Casper I want pizza for lunch today.
Dylan, wait. We're not... End of session.
Well, that went well. You're not feeling well today, Danny. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. You should probably be in bed then, no? Let's Booby take care of the kids and all. Oh, we have your favorite, Danny, by the way. The Threshold kids. I bet you missed those. What do you mean no? This is your favorite show. Look at it. It's so cool. It's not creepy at all. It's not called Control 2.
Let's watch Donkeys in Space!
It's called Control Resonant.
It's not safe! But Star Captain Eagle! Can I poke it with a stick? Okay.
It's a lovely kids show. Why would you have...
Bureau rule number 74. Always be suspicious of things that weren't there before. What?
But they're still poking it with a stick. Okay, it seems fine.
Looks safe to me.
Where did she throw the...
Wait! It's not even plugged in!
Okay. Family-friendly kids show, no? Okay, that was interesting. I hope you all enjoyed that. Let's not watch that again. How do I play this game? I completely forget. So we have control is for... Well, ironically, control is for dashing around. Then we have... with E we can throw stuff. But we have our power limiter. Alright. And we can sort of like fly now. Well, not fly, but like levitate. Look at this. This is like a fire break. I think like the spin-off game that they outsourced to another studio is called Firebreak Team. It's like a shooter. People said it's not very good. I was considering to buy it, but I did not. And maybe I've done actually good not buying that. The Control is such a good game. It would be a shame to spoil it with even though like the complaints went with the gameplay mostly about like there was like severe lack of things to do. Like the content just wasn't there. Even the dev said it was a mistake. Yeah, but the devs they like outsourced it now. It wasn't like the team that is normally working on their games. It was like some sort of spin-off team. Yeah, the Control 2 is not called Control 2 though. It's going to be called Control Resonant. And it looks more like a Souls game or like hack and slash game. So it's going to be even more up my alley. Like the thing that I did not like about Alan Wake 2 and Control is like huge like lack of like there is some sort of like a melee combat. Like you can do this punch in here, and in Alan Wake I don't think was there melee combat at all in Alan Wake. I don't think there was. Because that wouldn't make sense against those shrouded entities. But Control Resonant is going to be... Okay, ads already. Ah, well, we wait. So they are filming what looks like tiny Christmas tree. You know, if... Oh, they're not filming anymore because I borked it. Alright. Jess, you're so clumsy. Jess is so clumsy. I was surprised. I was actually surprised that in the Control Resonant you're not going to be playing as Jess. The Dylan was very weird choice, and I remembered that like yeah, something happened in this game. And I don't really remember the ending, like what actually happened. Like, did we set Dylan free? Or what's going on? Because what we saw in Control Resonant from like the trailers and all, the world seems to be in a pretty rough shape. Seems like something escaped from the oldest house. And if something escaped, that might be bad. Alright, do we have... We have said, go to the NCS energy converters. Let's try this maintenance. NCS energy converter. Alright. Where is this on the map? How can I get to the map? Oh really? Let's go in here. There should be fast travel point, right? Somewhere around here. It's not above me, is it? Oh, it is above me actually. It's not below. Is it? Is it below? No. No, alright. I don't think you can like fast travel from everywhere, right? You need to be at fast travel point to get somewhere. We are nowhere near done with this game. Oh, it is actually here. Okay, that's good. So, wait, we can learn some abilities. Interesting. Seize duration, levitate. Let's improve my levitate actually. That seems super nice. Yeah, more levitation. Sure. Let's do that. We don't have enough points for this slump, which would be good. Like press C while levitating to slump in the ground and damage nearby enemies. That would be super good. But alright. We are going to board countermeasures. And what's this? We can turn this on. Okay, let's take new one. Let's take... What's charge maneuvers? No, let's take his snipers, I guess. Can I have more? No, I can have only 3 at a time. Okay, fast travel. And now, where was the maintenance, right? NCS energy converters, was it? Yeah, energy converters was the board thing that we needed to do. So let's just do that. I know I should probably just follow the story and not delay myself with side missions. But truth be told, like, some of these enemies are tough. And you want to do actually, or try to do side missions to grow a little bit more powerful. There is a little bit of... Ow. Just hurt myself. God damn it. Okay. This will heal me up. It's perfect. It's perfect. And now what? We need to go to the energy converters, which is this way. I love these things, like, as you can see. What the hell? Bro, he actually killed me. I wasn't ready for him to just charge at me like that. Now I feel like an idiot, and I also failed the time-limited mission. It really is... I don't know what was like the goal with this. It felt like they are trying for like more of like live service experience kind of thing with like dynamic events. So maybe the firebreak team was actually what came out of that, you know? Okay, so hang on. Do we have anything else to do? No, not really. So I guess fridge duty as the agent in the panopticon cell. I don't know how to do that. He just needs to watch the fridge, right? That's the protocol. But I don't know how we can help him. All of these are completed. Okay, let's go talk to the Emily then. Yeah, that was a failure, and I think I've lost my shards. Like, didn't I? If I check, I don't know how much shards I've lost, but I've lost some. Okay, astral construct. Let's check what we can do. Mods, modifications. All right. This is prime weapon mod prime. Entropic. Construct a random war mod. Okay, so you can construct random. How about I upgrade something? I cannot upgrade anymore. Oh, because I upgraded now I can construct like level 5 thingies if I had the materials for those. That would be good. That would be good. But these are like gacha. These are like randomized. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I could upgrade some of my guns. I can only upgrade Pierce right now. Let's upgrade Pierce then. Sure. Weapon for upgraded. Okay, that's good. All right. Now what? Abilities, board countermeasures. How about my assets? Is this the asset? No, it's the... Oh, there is loadout. So now we can upgrade. So my Pierce can now be upgraded with... What's this? Damage while aiming. Sure, why not? Why the hell not? Why the hell not? I have quite a lot of these level 4 mods. I have even one level 5 installed, which is great. Energy recovery speed, health, and launch energy cost reduced. I mean reduced. I'm just keep saying reducted. This game just leaves a mark on you. Straight up. I would need like level 4 mod for my grip, I think. Can I try to no, let's just weapon mods. I don't have ritual impulse for these. So you need to like farm enemies and get these materials out of them, then you can use it for this gacha, right? I don't have materials for any of those. So let's use fast travel and let's talk to the Emily within the boardroom. Central executive boardroom is right there. Right. The missions come and go, some leveling you can do, I guess. Yeah, you can also, like, just wandering the halls, you know. Enemies tend to respawn whenever you, like, rest up and go to other place. So you can farm the stuff that way. I also wonder, like, we've seen a lot of these agents die. Like, how many agents did this organization have? And now it feels like there have been, like, hundreds and hundreds of people working for this bureau. Which is, like, interesting. Wait, that's not the map. This is the map. I completely forgot the controls. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Wait, what's this?
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fuck.
What's this?
Marshall, CIA spy.
What's in the record on? I got the jukebox code? What? Ask Arish about the jukebox token? Well, I might as well do this, just not now. Where is the Irish even? Is he here? Is he here?
Lots of errors on this.
Alright. What's this?
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April. Case number 21HQ593.
Where
Proper use
is...
of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior.
Okay.
An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the
Oh,
jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector.
I
It should
see.
never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location security and proximity to a high traffic area will prevent misuse while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required.
That's a bummer,
See me
isn't
for any
it?
further
Just imagine.
details.
Just imagine, you just want to have, you know, some time alone, some quiet time with your girlfriend on the work spot. So you take a lunch break, you use the object of power to get teleported. But you just making love for so long that this song ends meanwhile, and then it kills you, and then they find you decomposing, probably by that fungi or whatever other toxic stuff is there in the threshold. Yeah. This is why you shouldn't use objects of power for your Valentines, you know. It's kinda... Where is this parish guy though? He should be in the central executive, which is like in here, but I don't see him. So what are we doing? What if I just do fast travel? No, it should be somewhere around here. Is that you? No, it's just a guard. Oh, there is Irish. You moved from downstairs. I see.
Any idea what it does?
It's the Mr. Big Hat. I remember him.
Token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on though. When it's
Oh, sorry.
playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation. That sounds ominous. Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought them back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that.
Now, I'm gonna be
The
honest.
jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and
Every time.
Right.
Every time. So this is Blackrock. Okay, so this is for the DLC, isn't it? Let's just continue main story for now. I think this is for one of the DLCs.
What's new?
Before we go there, let's just continue with like the boardroom and stuff. Hang on. So that this is going for the director's office. We don't need to go to the director's office. We need to go in here, right? We're slowly putting the building together. It looks nice right now. Yeah, but it seems like everything is futile because Control Resident signalizes that everything is gonna be screwed over anyway.
hear that the his prisoner they captured is the director's brother?
Brother? And she brought him here? She's trying to get us all killed.
What if she's working with
Alright. Guys, I can see you, right? I can hear you. You shouldn't be trash talking me, especially if I have these magical powers. Let's talk to Emily now. I just wanted to say that every time I'm playing Control lately, I just always spiral back and remember that wonderful, wonderful DLC in Alan Wake 2. The one where we played as a team breaker and we got into that segment where the game essentially turned into nothing but a text adventure. It was so atmospheric. I really felt like I'm there at the beginning of all this weirdness, you know, and it all tied everything together in such a weird way. You know, you had the seed and you grow a tree out of it, and I'm pretty sure that tree is actually the oldest house. And I think it all ties up into this dimension where nothing exists but words, and whenever you create a word in that dimension, that word sprang into existence and can create something out of it. No, not Soulframe Seeds. Soulframe Seeds was interesting experience too, to be honest, but... Research and records. Timeline of events. They examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in his behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications between Bureau sector and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer: how did the His get past the internal lockdown? How does the His resonance advance through space deliberately uninformally? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world, a cross-dimensional destination, refer to, redacted for full report. So see, his resonance, right? The enemy is basically kind of abomination composed mostly of like resonance waves. So it's what we're dealing with is the sound. So this is why I think it actually originates from the dimension that we met in Alan Wake, where Timebreaker and Alan were basically creating worlds and stuff. And I think this entity actually lives there because it communicates with everything, not just with people. It communicates with the world by voice. And the voice itself, if it's composed by words, in that dimension, it can manifest things. So I think it manifested itself into our world by using this resonance within that other dimension, and that way it transferred into our dimension. And it will be probably something similar to darkness that we were dealing with in Alan Wake. Hello Pickle, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am yapping about the lore, so sit back and enjoy, I guess. So anyway, it is resonance, right? It is basically, it is controlling people, because the enemies are not some monsters. Enemies are mostly human and various shapes and forms, but still human. And they are being corrupted by this voice. And we know that the game that is coming up, their next game is going Control Resonant. And I believe the Resonant is actually Dylan himself, so Jesse's brother, and we are going to be playing as Dylan. And I feel that he is kind of controlling his entity within himself, and that will grant him his powers. And we mostly seen him fighting in combination of like very powerful melee attacks with various like big heavy duty melee weapons, like huge fists, huge swords, with some magical properties to it. So I feel like he was kind of a catalyst for this resonance waves, and through him his maybe even escaped, but also it left him kind of changed, and he can now turn these powers against like his enemies, including the his itself. So I think this is my theory of what we are going to be dealing with. Let's see, I have a feeling that by playing this game and getting to the bottom of the main story here, we will actually reveal a lot about the upcoming game, lore-wise. So how is your day going, Pickle? I'm back in Control. I haven't been playing this game for some time. Maybe like was it like December last time we played it. So yeah, we are a little bit out of the loop. But I want to clear this from my backlog. You know. Another. What's this? What's this? Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 3, Confidential. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration, see, as I say, and resonance, as I was talking about, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term of their vocalization, about the, if we are talking about incantation, that means there is a lot of floating people around here, and they are just flying around, and they are constantly mumbling something. So, calling it incantation might be like a correct way to address this, but I feel like by setting up this network of flying people, you know, maybe corpses, maybe just people completely controlled, we cannot like free these people. Even if you sever them from the resonance, they just die on the spot, so they are basically lost. But the Hiss isn't actually using them as the grunts to send to kill people. It's using them to just being floating around and just mumbling these incantations. I feel like this is kind of like a neural network or something like that. You know, as if it was creating its own brain across the whole all this house, across this whole like infrastructure. It did not escape to the outside world just yet, but that's probably what's going to happen in the resonance, though, unless the world that we've seen Dylan exploring in Resonant in trailers is not actually our dimension, but it's like different dimension. We already know, as it was established in Alan Wake 2, that this whole thing, this whole world they built it, is a metaverse sort of thing, right? So there might be like multiple dimensions and multiple of variations and versions of various people that we are meeting. Is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences in the incantations were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Hello, crazy. Are we the you the Hiss is referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it? To be consumed by it? Is that a goal? The second most used word are through and time. Is this possible the Hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of this age? There is a clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. Refer to redacted for full report. Hello, crazy. We are playing some Control today. How are you doing?
Hello there.
Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, the more I'm reading into these, like, I know that a lot of people would be just interesting, you know, just flying around using like guns and all of the blazing fire action, but I'm just interested in the raw lore. So if I boot up this game again, we're going to be reading a lot and then theory crafting a lot, because it's just this word is just fascinating to me. I don't know how else would I describe it. It's such a nice science fiction. It is like based or grounded in like scientific research, and while it is not exactly science, it is made in a way that is believable enough that you feel like you are part of this scientific experiment or scientific research on whatever the hell is going on. And then on the top of like this mystery on what it actually is, what it wants, why is it here, how did it get here, and the overarching implications that there are these thresholds and other dimensions, you know, and there's the astral place and all of these things where like you can travel and maybe explore bits of pieces of that, and it's all tied up together so nicely. This game is just one huge mystery that you just want to unravel, and you never quite kind of get there. It keeps being mysterious, which is what's making compelling, because whenever you solve the mystery, then mystery will lose its charm. It's just how it works, right? So yeah, you can actually see this concept in, like, if you were playing like a game or watching some sort of series, and whenever it goes too long and all the mysteries that made it interesting in the beginning are revealed and explained, then you realize that the show or the game or the movie or the book is starting to be a little bit of boring, a little bit of stale, you know, a little bit of too self-serving. because once all the mysteries are explained, the story should end there. The problem is that we often see, especially in like TV series and video games, that this is actually not the case, and they are just trying to come out with bigger and bigger like mysteries once the old ones has been discovered. Or maybe the biggest trope is that once the heroes deal with some threat and they basically confine the threat, you know, and save the world, save their friends, whatever, then the bigger threat is being introduced, and this just goes on like a snowball to the ridiculous proportions. So the examples of these, like one of my dirty pleasures was Vampire Diaries. I was watching this a couple of years back, and I actually finished the whole series. The fun part is whenever like the main characters, you know, they dealt with some sort of like vampires. Like the first like very nasty threat was like the demon, right? The main character's brother, who turned into main character later too. And then when they dealt with him, then some older vampires came on, and then even older vampires, and then some witchcraft, and even older, you know, it went to the ridiculous proportions, and it just kept going. The other example would be World of Warcraft. As I love World of Warcraft as it is, there was always, we didn't know what Titans are, and then we actually learned so much about Titans in Legion that we actually saved the Titans, you know, and we were fighting this like what is burning Legion, for example, like, you know, the demons, and we actually solved the demons. And then it was like, we need more threat, right? So then there was like the Shadowlands introduced, and it was like absolute horrifying. And the old gods, where everything is explained, and when you explain everything too quickly, then you realize that you have nowhere to go. So they needed new stuff. So they bring up this whole Shadowlands fiasco. Nobody liked it because it was hastily written by people who were not the part of the original team, and essentially everybody hated it. And even if Shadowlands may not have its bright moments, it ended up in being very, very boring, kind of thing. Very like over the top, very unnecessary. And then they spent the whole expansion basically retconning this, but still, now we are dealing with cosmic threats in World of Warcraft and the writing hell, the story hell. But yeah. Why are we not streaming? What the hell is going on? Are we back? It's like we might be back. I don't know what the hell was that. I'm sorry, guys. It seems like it fell off for a bit. I guess this was the Twitch issue. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Well, we'll see just in a second, right? Okay. So welcome. Yeah, it must have been something with my OBS, maybe. I don't know why it hicked up. Maybe the OBS, my streaming software got tired of me yapping constantly, so it was like, you know what? We just sleep this through. Let him talk, and let's talk to the Emily, shall we?
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here.
Dylan is her brother, by the way.
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him.
My brother? Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Yeah, okay, don't worry. The thing is, I don't know how the hiss actually... It might be possible that Dylan was the one who actually released the hiss on this world, right? Somehow touched one of the astral planes or the other dimensions and brought brought Dylan. Brought the his with him. The Dylan is. Also, the Dylan is the very reason why Jess is even here. She didn't have the. Hang on. We need to go. Where's machinery? Face of the enemy. Speak with Dylan on the upper level. Let's go there. And it's in executive. It's in here. Somewhere in here. Okay. Upper level. Hello, Irish. Hello. What's this? Television proposal. Okay. Before I read this, I'm gonna finish my thoughts. So, just like a reminder, maybe you haven't been watching since the beginning. Maybe you have not. Maybe you have not seen the beginning, or you don't remember who Dylan is. So the very reason that Jess got into this institution in the first place was she wanted her brother back, and she knew that FBC, Federal Bureau of Control, took him. Right, and she finally found them in their oldest house, which is quite peculiar feat, because the oldest house is actually, if you do not actively looking for it, you do not know it exists. Even if you you just immediately forget about it. You just look at it, it looks like any other building, and then you look about it. The building has some sort of supernatural power to make people just not care for it and not find it, whatever. So unless you are actively part of this FBC and you know the procedures and rituals, how to actually find the Elder's house and how to get into this whole FBC situation, you will never find it. So Jess did find this, mostly because Polaris was guiding her. Polaris is this supernatural, or rather extraterrestrial entity that is kind of communicating with her, kind of like telepathically, and protecting her. Think of it as like guardian angel, right? It's not exactly the angel, but it is something like that. And she found it with her brother when they were kids, but the FBC they found out about it, and they went into their village, or like a little city, small city, and basically took her brother, but they could not find her. And for years and years, decades maybe even, like 15 years or so, she was looking for him, and she finally found him. And as she entered, she became the director, and this whole thing just kicked off. It is not like she come into the place and they were like, oh, yeah, sure, we're just making. No, the building itself made her director, and there is a weapon in play, like the director's weapon, the gun that I'm using. It's basically has been kind of a tool of the oldest house and the board, which is like the supernatural entity that is living within the oldest house, but not like in our universe, but in what they called astral plane. Again, this is a metaverse, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it shouldn't be making a sense. It's like science fiction, right? So that's why this thingy, the gun, is basically a tool that has been within the Elder's house since the end of time. And it's speculated that it might also have been like one of the mythical swords in the past. So maybe if there was a director, maybe they didn't call him director back then. Maybe they call him like a war chief or a king or whatever. So it might have been Excalibur. It might have been, I don't know, what are other magical swords. And it always has been given to the leader of people that this oldest house, that I believe is actually a tree that we grew from the seed and within the Alan Wake 2. It's just all too much. I'm just showcasing how all this tied together. So if I go to the full circle to the very beginning, Dylan is her brother. He is here. He is being held captive, and I think he is the one who, if not bringing the Hiss out, he was a catalyst, because he was able to communicate with the Hiss, and through him, through the communication, because Hiss is the resonance entity, Hiss is the vocal entity, so all it needs is voice. So through him, it's probably got spread into this world. And the ultimate goal of Hiss in this particular part is, I think it is struggling for power with the board. So the board is in desperate need of protecting us, right? The board are kind of assholes too. The board is like this kind of black pyramid that is communicating with people. It's extraterrestrial entity too. It's not like a bunch of old guys in a suit. No, it's something else entirely. Or maybe this is a bunch of old guys in a suit sitting within the pyramid. I don't know. I don't actually know. But you can see the pyramid right here in the top of here. This reverse pyramid. The FBC has it actually in its logo. You lost and you played the game? Perfect. I mean, to be honest, the lore of this game is so absurdly large and complex and convoluted and running in circles. It is on purpose. They want everybody to be lost in this. Like, you won't make sense of this unless you are absolute lore nerd. I'm not making too much sense of it too. I'm just speaking what I know based on playing this game, based on playing Alan Wake's game, based on what I've saw like outside, you know, all of the like little shows and stuff. So yeah. Yes. Anyway, let's read about television show proposal. Is this about threshold kids again? Based on the success of America Overnight, we would like to propose the creation of television series that represent superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment in order to popularize this concept among civilian populations and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public paranatural events. We can also use the solid media, so this is not threshold kids. God damn it. We can also use solid media outlet to test paranatural concept on civilian audiences, seeing how they react to certain facts presented as fiction, in the event that Bureau ever decides to make certain realities public knowledge. There are various show licenses that we could purchase as the reboot rather than starting from scratch. One particular property seems promising, especially considering its content and tone precisely what we're looking for. It's called Night Springs and has been off the air for... Okay, hang on, I need to process this. This is actually super important information. So, what we are reading here is we are actually discovering that Night Springs has been used by FBC for some time to present their research as like a fiction, to kind of get it into the minds of people so they would be less resistant to it in case, or like more understanding to it in case something would be needed to be public. Which means that all of the Night Springs show that we've seen in Alan Wake 1 and Alan Wake 2 are actually made by FBC and actually are the versions or portrayals of the true events. Which would mean that indeed the Night Springs of Alan Wake 2, the DLC, all three of those shows, the crazy Rose shooting people with the shotgun, the coffee cult, and then that awesome last chapter with Tim Breaker going through time and space and fighting against Dr. Warling Door. Those are all true? In Alan Wake 1, there are also Night Springs. One particular episode comes to mind, and that is basically the eternalism theory from Warframe, right? So whenever something happens, whenever there is a choice, if you make a choice, like go left or go right, if you go left, then the other universe is created where you took the other route. Which means there are like infinite number of worlds that collide and are created based on different choices. And it is unclear if this goes for like everybody or just for certain people, but whenever you make a choice, you basically A or B, you are creating two worlds, world A and world B. And it is demonstrated on a lovely concept where like the professor is coming to the to his like college students with this theory, with a loaded gun, and he shoots himself in the head. And of course he dies. But in his theory, another universe has been created where he lives. So naturally, to be cast off as fiction, he like dies within the show, right? And the students are, oh my god, what have you done? And so on and so forth. But it leaves out the open, like the question mark in your head. Was the other universe where the professor actually lives still being in question? I feel like I'm putting a lot of you to sleep. Like, okay, enough of this. This is just huge. TLDR version, Night Springs are real. It's made by FBC, and all of the weirdness of Night Springs, if you don't know what Night Springs is like Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2 basically show. You can go watch some of those on YouTube. They are usually very creepy and very funny at the same time. And yeah, they are actually real because FBC manipulated the TV and basically weaseled in their facts as fiction. Dude, you really don't get a lot of this game until you just decide to read and like read and listen to everything. The problem with this approach that I have, like, it is super interesting and there is like a lot of information. The problem is that like reading, okay, listening, you know, watching like TV sets, it's all like fine. The problem is that it is also time gated behind, like you need to explore every nook and cranny of this freaking house and hoping that you will find all the information you need. I just got jump scared by Alastus. He sneezed. Oh my god. Okay, where are we going? Upper level, Central Executive. So it's not here though. Where is the upper level of Central Executive? It should be somewhere around here then?
Marshall abandons us.
Director's office.
What do you know about this Arish guy?
Oh, whoa. What the hell? Guys, are you seeing this?
All right, but still, a security guard leading rangers? I don't know if I like taking orders from
Okay, good. Good. We got some new personal mods. Energy recovery. Let's I'm gonna check that in a second. What do we have? Oh my god, another leader. Sticky note complaint. Okay. Federal Bureau of Control. To whom it may concern. You always know that the email is going to be good, or like the note is going, if it starts with to whom it may concern, you know. It's always going to be some sort of jackass complaining about something. In case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. This is straight up from Stanley Parable. My office is unusable now. I will be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or home phone. Sincerely, Jay Bowser, Vice Chief of Staff. He wasn't kidding. I mean, the whole room is basically plastered with sticker notes at this point. Okay, sure. Sure. What were you working for? What were you working on, buddy? We have numbers. I'm pretty sure. And I was seeing things like this when I was studying. I was studying math. I was visiting college, the university actually. The Charles University in Prague for mathematics and physics. I got booted out, and that's why I'm a VTuber now. But yeah, I was there for like 2 years. Mathematics is hard. I was more interested in playing games than actually doing mathematics and physics. And if you do that in a university like that, you're gonna get booted because you won't have necessary knowledge. So kids, stay in school, study, don't play video games until your university days are over. Then you can do whatever the hell you want. Anyway. This is not where we went to good though.
sit on our asses and then leaves? What's the deal?
She must have her reasons.
They're just complaining, dude. Shut the hell up. What's this? Another spin grouping efficiency. Okay, I'm gonna check my assets. Right here. No? Loadouts. Oh, loadouts it is. So what? Now we do have speed zoom. Well, what the hell? Zoom boost. It's just plus 21% zoom. I don't want that. I want to keep these things. We have some personal mods. We have some new personal mods. So what do we got? Launch energy cost. Energy recovery speed. 40%. Wait, what? Well, this one is. Wait, they are the same tier. How is one worse than the other? It doesn't make sense, man. But okay, I take it. Evade cost, health. Okay. C speed. What's this? Okay, I think I can safely deconstruct these other ones, no? Yeah, just deconstruct everything that is not at least rank 4. Or maybe this one too, because like fuck it. Alright, now about accuracy. Okay, let's not. What about the shutter? This is a shotgun, right? I'm just gonna keep only the level 4 and above. There's no reason for like level 3 and below. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's just keep it like this. We have 2 guns upgraded. Let's just be using those two. Okay, how do I swap my guns? I forgot. It would be a good thing to know. I guess we'll find out once we set our foot outside of the...
Why the fuck didn't we put a bullet in that thing's head?
I heard it's the director's brother. Did you shoot your brother?
Jesus, shut up, guys. They are so agitated. Simpletons. So I'm in my office now. In my office I can use my guns, but I kinda... How do I swap between the guns? Is it... Okay, the F is swapping the guns. So like shutter is like one huge blast, and I have like a, and then I recharge after 2. Okay. Give me the flower. And cast it there. Boom. Okay, eat that board. Boom. Alright. I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. He should be somewhere. Okay, central executive. He's supposed to be somewhere around here. Speak with Dylan on the upper level. What do you mean by upper level though? We are in the upper level, aren't we? Oh, there he is.
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted.
He came a long way though.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet.
He's completely shaven, and in the next game he's gonna have like a long hair.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunderstorm distorts you.
You feel like you have seen this? Yeah, it's from the Alan Wake 2. There was something similar, except her brother wasn't Dylan, but Alan actually. Hey buddy, how are you doing? No worries, no worries. You're most welcome. Anything for your friends, right?
You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunderstorm distorts you.
That's Dylan. Can you
Yeah,
hear
that's
me? Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
You've always been in your youth. Want us to control.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please? Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good.
Want?
Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off,
Don't you
no.
want?
You
That-
need to help me get this
That's
thing out
what
of
that
his head.
documentation was
If
talking
he is
about.
still in there, if there's anything left, you have to help me.
You want and through.
You came in through the hole in
See? Through?
We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me.
Not sure if this makes sense yet.
What the Bureau
Or if it will.
They used it. And they found...
What did they
opened the
found?
door up to the hiss.
I see. Okay.
That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
Your brother is creepy, Jess.
I welcome the hiss.
This is the main protagonist of the next game, by the way.
To get rid of her.
I hope he gets a little bit of sense back, though.
Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jessie. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector.
Okay.
I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
They did, yeah. They're kind of assholes, but it's a gray line, you know?
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Oh, dear
Off
God.
to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything.
Dylan can be a girl's
Don't you
names?
find that weird?
No.
I find that weird.
Dylan can be a girl name? What?
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
I think he's seeing other dimensions, to be honest. Again with the multiverse. Should we speak with the with the Waku again?
Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. Leave your inside by the door. Push the fingers through the surface.
It is gender neutral, it seems. I had no idea. I thought that Dylan was just a guy's name. Okay. Guess you're right. So as I was saying, yeah, they did awful things to him. That's true. But I bet that FBC did awful things to a lot of people. But most of those people were tied to the things that need to be contained, right? So there is a gray line. I mean, on the one hand, you can be kind of a horrible person to certain group of people. On the other hand, you can leave it unchecked, and then the whole world would be lost. So, like, what you gonna do? Right? It's like they don't really have a choice. The problem with these things is that I'm gonna finish the thought after the conversation.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here, so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever.
I think this is actually in the game.
It was nice.
This is actually in the game later on, if I remember correctly.
Debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game.
Oh, this shit
and it
again.
was a fucking boring game. But you
My control isn't boring. Shut the fuck up, Dylan.
And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe...
So this thing, by the way, this thing, referencing breaking the fourth wall, talking about as if this was a video game. I'm pretty sure in every Remedy game since Max Payne is this kind of reference. I vividly remember Max Payne 1 having this too. And I'm pretty sure it's in other games too. Just don't remember exactly where. But yeah, it is there.
Maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream...
Jessie thinks that she can shut up the projector to cut him out of his, if they could have done it the whole time. Yeah, well, they couldn't, because most of them are dead now. And how this organization work on, well, like, everything is redacted, right? And there is, like, classified upon classified upon classified. There are, like, several security levels. And if they are doing something like this, it's only like the top team of people that knows about this. They're like, half of them are dead already. You know, the director is dead, Dr. Darling is missing, the Salvador is dead because we killed him, he was mutated by the haze. So yeah, they could have shut down the projector because they opened it, and that made it this way. They opened the way for his, and I think that Dylan was catalyst for his. I think Dylan might be like the either patient zero or something that really empowered the his because of his relation to Polaris. But like, yeah, they could have, in theory, shut down the projector and stop all of this. The problem is that they couldn't. Like, they physically couldn't. Because a lot of them got corrupted by his and controlled by his instantly. And basically, the Trench took his own life because he didn't see a way out, etc., etc., right? So that's why Jess is the one that needs to be stopping it. It's not like they did this deliberately. They just opened the way. And Dr. Darling was... giving out these what he called, like, hadron field protectors or whatever, HRA I think he calls it, which is like this kind of like utility that actually protects you from the resonance. So that's why at least some people were able to be unbothered. And I think he was also against opening the Polaris in the first place, and that's why he was always arguing with Trench, which is like the ex-director. But he was against it, but Trench opened the Polaris anyway. His came in, shit hit the fan, right? The whole facility is lost. A lot of agents instantly like controlled by the Hist. Now you have essentially civil war inside of the building. So it's not as easy to shut down the projector, right? That's why we have to do it now.
It was more like a musical. This
I am musical.
Is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town.
This is the reference to the Take Control song from All the Gods of Asgard. And what he is saying right now are exactly the reverse of what the song is gonna tell you. We're gonna see. There is like the best best part of Control is when we go through Ashtray Maze with this song playing. You'll see. Maybe we'll get there even today. We'll see.
It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office.
Okay, we got. Let's just take a short break. You know, like let's say 3 minutes. And look at his lovely face, right? I'll see you in 3 minutes. All right. Break time goes now. Oh, why are you hurting? Lortimer, did you fart it? Why are we all green?
We have made many sacrifices.
Oh. Wait, what? Oh no, there is the panda. Business strategy is to shoot the panda. Why? So we have somebody in our World of Warcraft actually, guild who is obsessed with panda. So yep. Yeah, this is not a shooter game, right? I don't know why the guns are even there. It always felt like someone in the EA, they were like, oh my god, nobody would buy a first-person game without shooting. Could give her a gun at least. You know, some moron in a suit who didn't understand the vision.
Get to Celeste. There are
Hell. Ah, hell. Oh my god. I fell through the floor. Okay, got it. Got it. Do not fall through the floor. I actually hit them both. That's pretty funny. I was bad. I was pinned in between the two dudes. Do not clip that.
Excellent! You have all the ingredients! And you were able to find this place. Not everyone comes out here.
I literally just followed the road, dude. It is on the road. It's not. How stupid are people in this place? Just okay, hold on. Oh my god. Oh, wow. What the hell, Danny? I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. You know, it's funny. I played... So, you know, I will at least equip this thing. Now I look like escaped convict. But at least I'm not half naked. And that's about it. that's about it. He has embraces the roles as eye candy. Oh, come on, listen. I am always eye candy, okay? And to you hear that, guys? Okay. I am always an eye candy. All right. I'm always an eye candy. Anyway, let's finish this cutscene and see where it gets us. But as I was saying, this song is basically like the twisted version of the song from Poets of the Fall that is going to play within the game that is Ahti is actually listening to. And it's the only way how you can navigate through the ashtray. We will get there.
Something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Through time, the thunder
Yeah, still. Should I just keep going? Should I just keep? Let's keep talking to the local guy here.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
Another one, huh?
Shit.
It's like
That's
he's
fascinating, but
spoiling the
let's talk
game.
about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free.
So we are spoiling
And the
resonance
president
now.
himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
This is literally the second game.
Thanks for sharing that.
The upcoming game.
For the record, that will never happen.
Yeah, I don't know, Jess. I think it will. I think it will, or something very similar. Does he have more?
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Yeah, I think so too.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I'm glad you asked, sister. This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real.
Does he have like a premonition powers?
Reality. And reality now feels like a dream.
Okay.
Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place, and there was a dark man there. His name was Mr. Door.
Okay.
And he told me
Alan Wake 2, spoilers.
there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real. Door said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them.
What the fuck?
I asked...
Hang on. We have some heavy explanation of all the Alan Wake 2 shit. Of a lot of the questions that I had about the concept. So this is pretty much confirmed that Alan got into the dark place. And the dark place is really... Well, it was horror for him, because the dark presence was tormenting him. For others, like let's say Tim Breaker or Mr. Door, it was more like just a place where they can exist and shape realities. So I think like the fact that the dark place for Alan was horrifying was more like Alan's doing clashing with the dark presence. Dark presence is entity, which confirms my theory that dark presence and his are not related, like they're not the same entity, but they're like the same nature entity. Like let's say, I don't know, like a tiger and a lion. This comparison. Hello, Xenophile. I don't know what to think about the nickname, but welcome in. How are you doing? We are playing some Control, and considering I've finished Alan Wake 2 for the second time quite recently, the final script even, with its DLCs, and I'm finding some pretty interesting stuff about this whole multiverse thing. The Remedy, they really tied all of this thing nicely together, don't you think? Mr. Door is one of the great mysteries of the Remedy universe. Dude, yes, but like I am so fixated on the last Night Springs chapter of the Night Springs DLC from the Alan Wake 2 because it was such a huge experience, and that the part when it turned into like a text adventure describing this wonderful world, this wonderful like multiverse where I'm pretty sure we also witnessed the birth of the oldest house back when it was a tree, and actually Tim Breaker himself planted the seed for it. It was one of our choices that you could have done. And I'm pretty sure that the oldest house is actually a tree, you know, and like the legends of like Yggdrasil, that's literally it. It's yeah, and now he is giving us some more juicy information about Alan, about Mr. Door. I wonder if he is going to mention Tim Breaker in this one as well. If he does, then it would mean like they were planning so ahead. That would be like mind-blowing. Let's see. The cop, Alan, is mentioning that the writer was writing about the cop. Like the cop was obviously like Max Payne, or rather Alex Casey, right? And both like the detective and the FBI agent, right?
How I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there.
Okay, I was wrong. So the hiss and the dark presence, they do not originate from the dark place. And the dark presence actually got into the dark place. That's why it was all fucked up for Alan. If the hiss would get into that world, maybe that is the ultimate goal here. So thinking about it now, if the hiss could get to the dark place, which we know it's like the plane of existence where nothing matters, nothing exists. And I'm gonna get to your comment in a second, and I just need to finish this thought. So that we know from that Night Springs episode that the dark place is like a plane of existence where nothing is real, there is just only darkness. But the words have incredible power there. The words have literally power to create things. If you imagine an idea into the word, it will manifest as real. That's why somebody like Alan Wake, who is a writer, has such incredible power there. Now, if we think about what hiss actually is, hiss is a resonance. Hiss is just entity composed of sound waves. And it is expressing itself in this incantation through people. And basically, its words are spreading, therefore the hiss is spreading. So if hiss does not originate from the dark place, that would imply that if hiss would ever get into the dark place, it would be catastrophic for all of the multiverse, because it would be able to create. It is a being made out of the vocalization. In a world where vocalization creates things and affecting everything. That would put the hiss into absolute control of every known plane of existence in this whole multiverse. That would be catastrophic. Now to your comment. Quantum Break connection to Martin Hatch 2. Right, so about the Quantum Break. Quantum Break, due to legal reasons, is not part of the multiverse officially, right? So the Martin Hatch and Mr. Door are essentially the same character, but legally distinct one. The similar case would be Alex Casey and Max Payne, right? So while they are the same because they are from the same people who wrote them, they are not canonically themselves, and Quantum Break and Max Payne are not canonically set in this multiverse, right? But technically, we all know that Alex Casey, the detective from Alan's novels, and Max Payne are essentially the same person, right? And there is nothing Rockstar can do about it, because like they cannot copyright Sam Lake's face, right? Especially from the first game. And with Mr. Hatch and Mr. Door, like Door and Hatch, obviously, I think the Hatch would be much better name. But we know that Quantum Break is not tied to this universe for the legal reasons. So they cannot like turn it around. I think they would if they could. And maybe they will if they ever acquire the rights back, which is unlikely. Because the rights to the story are not theirs. Even if Sam Lake created the story, it is not his story because of like the publishing and like legal reasons. That's why he is so adamant on like leaving Alan Wake and Control and all of this like under his wings. Like he's not giving those intellectual properties away anymore. So that's about it. Interesting theory. I think only artists can manifest reality from the dark place. Will that power extend to the his? Okay, hello Nicole, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're just in time for some nerd talk about lore and stuff. Zeno, I don't think it's only artists. I think that his would for sure be able to manifest things. And we know that because, if you go back to the Alan Wake 2, to the DLC about Night Springs, about the Tim Breaker, right? Or the Time Breaker, as they love to put him, because he's breaking times, etc. He got into the dark place, and that whole text adventure is essentially about the dark place. And we know that he realizes that he can manifest things by words, and that way he can actually progress through the dark place. And that is also why this is whole just a text adventure, because that's like the best depiction of how that place would look like, just imagining it as dark as like a text adventure on its own. Like, it would probably look something different, but for imagination purposes, the text adventure is the best like a resemblance to it, because there is nothing but words. And if you articulate the words, you can create things. And that's why he was able to basically create the guy who gave him the seed. He was able to plant the seed, because he imagined the soil, the tree grew up, and he was able to just move around and creating things as he knew them, by focusing on the thoughts, focusing on imagination, and then putting that imagination into word. And Tim isn't an artist. Tim is a sheriff in some universes. Tim is an actor. You could argue that actor is also an artist. Maybe that's it. But I think just like, it's not like you need to be a writer. I think it's more like you need to understand the concept of imagining things and putting your imagination into words. And if you do that, then the things can manifest from the dark place. So yeah, I think if the Hiss would get into dark place, it would be catastrophic. The Dark Presence, on the other hand, it wasn't able to articulate words. That's why it needed Alan. It was able to control people. It was able to twist things that already existed, but it wasn't able to create. That's where it is different from the Hiss, right? So, but listen, that's just my theory, right? I think we will figure out a lot of more new information in Control Resonant when it comes out. I believe it's going to be another fantastic game. I need to finish this one before we get there. I finished Control back when it came out, a couple of years back, but I've forgotten a lot of lore. And also, there's a lot of things that you do not understand until you play Alan Wake 2 also. Like, the lore is very, very complex, and all of these games are complementing each other. It's insane. And especially now, if you just hear the Dylan here talking about Mr. Door, right? And it just click you how it ties to Alan Wake 2. It's insane.
But he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea. What did he know?
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
Through time, the
Dude, he has still more. I'm hooked up. I want to...
Again. Once more with feeling.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes.
How many dreams you have, dude?
I'm having a dream right now.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now! And repeated it again now! I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there.
I feel like I'm using IQ at this point.
And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
Is he still in there?
Yeah, he might as well be vegetable right now. I'm sorry. But he's gonna get better, right? he is gonna get better because he's going to be main protagonist of the next game, and I mean he has a lot of growing to do. We also saw that he has like much longer hair in the next game, and by much longer I mean like he has long hair. Think like Aragorn style hair, which is quite a feat considering he's bald now. It takes a couple of years of growing, I think. Find prime candidate program. So containment. Where is that? I guess we need to take the fast travel. Ouch. Now we're gonna see how bad I am at this game if it comes to combat, okay? It's gonna be disaster. Containment. Upper panopticon? Is this in upper panopticon? Let's try that. We can always port somewhere else if this doesn't work, but I think upper panopticon is our best bet. Just when rogue fish in? Just when rogue fish... I don't know. I don't know what... We don't know what's gonna happen to Jess. It's possible she's dead, by the way. It's like... It's always a possibility. But also like establishing this as a multiverse would also mean that they can be very deliberate about what they're gonna do with their main characters, because we also know that like imagine Alan Wake, for example, in his loop in Dark Place, he was killing himself over and over again, right? And it wasn't, I don't think it was like some sort of just like loop that he was coming back. No, it was like one Alan killing other Alan all over again, and we have like dozens and dozens Alans just dying. And then when the next comeback, it was from another multiverse. So I think this is what we are dealing with, right? I don't even think that Alan that came back from the Cauldron Rake in Alan Wake 2 was just the Alan that belonged to that universe where it was set up, or maybe it. I don't know. I don't know. Your guess is just as good as mine. There's also a possibility that there will be a Jess, but the Jess will not have her magical powers anymore. It's also another possibility. We don't know. What we know for a fact from what I've watched the trailer and see some screenshots, we know that it's not going to be pretty because containment was breached, and his, or maybe something else. It's probably going to be his though, but maybe it's going to be something else. We don't know yet. But something got out of the oldest house and basically unleashed hell on the general public. We see like demolished city. We see Dylan going through fighting like monsters and enemies in the city. So something is very fucked up. I did hope they would kill the kind of antagonist in the new control. Oh, not sure. I just love how the board speaks ambiguously. Dude, the board are the biggest assholes I've ever seen, like in this game ever. Like his is at least, you know, I exist, I want to spread. It's kind of understandable. Board are just assholes for no reason. They are afraid and they are like doing anything to preserve themselves in the state of power, and they basically just. I hate the board. I absolutely hate it. I love how they talk. It's very like mysterious, very like fucked up, but I hate them as an entity. Right. Is this... Maybe if I go to the logistics it would be closer? What do you think? Yeah, let's go to the logistics. I hope you learn about the conflict between the board and the former. I don't even remember what former is. Is this something from the Foundation DLC? I don't remember what former is. It is not the his, is it? It seems like we need to go through here. Okay, this... Or is here the his mumbling something, so it's always a great thing, huh? I'm gonna have let me get this gun. What's this? 6? Wait, I have level 6. Oh no! Ow! Bro. How am I gonna... Is there something in there even? No, there's nothing. It's just me dying a stupid death. For no reason. Maybe I will have like later powers to clear these mushrooms. There's that quest for the doctor somewhere in the depths that she doesn't care about his at all. It's like, yeah, go contain his and then come help me. It's like, oh, whatever. Okay, whatever, lady. But... what do we have? There's nothing here. Oh, I've already cleared it. I must have come through. I haven't played this for 2 months. I was busy with playing other games. Oh, no, no, no. Assholes. Okay, this isn't good. I don't have any health left. And I cannot aim, apparently. Alright. That was interesting. Can I... Well, they cannot aim either, so that... at least that's good. Thank you for the health potion. Well, that worked. Oh. It's another level 6 doors. Oh, it's probably the thing that the Dylan gave me. Because he said he has a keycard for me, so maybe it was like keycard level 6. I wasn't paying attention. I was fascinated by his dialogue. Oh, what's this? I hope we learn... okay, no, the former is in the main game. The great big worm-looking thing, a former member of the board, was kicked out. What the hell? I don't even... I don't remember him at all. Interesting. Well, if he was kicked out, that means he's probably the same species. Which would make the whole board worm things, no?
Mark Gibson, male, age 28, returned from the astral plane approximately 13 minutes ago. This was his 21st dive. Patient is experiencing migraine-like pain.
Hang on. So okay, out of the bat, I can think about 2 possibilities. Either entire board is formed by like some sort of like a conglomerate of these worms. That would be like one option. Like they are the same species, therefore every single one of them are worms. The other possible option would be some sort of pantheon. Okay, let's just see if we look at the pantheon of gods. Usually in certain deities you have various species resembling these gods. Think Egypt, for example. One of the gods may be crocodile, one of the gods may be like a jackal. So maybe there is like the board composed of various like space kind of creatures. Like one of them might be like a worm, one of them might be like a bird. Something like that. So it's one or the other. But yeah, getting to know the nature of the board, what they are, how they look like, that would be cool. Like the board in this game is symbolized by the black upside down pyramid, right? But I think there's something living inside that pyramid. So maybe the board is actually inside. And it is really like a board, like a couple of beings. Or it can be just sentience within the pyramid, and which means they're not like bodies, they're nothing like that. It's just several minds are composed as a sentience, so let's say like a brain of multiple personalities inside the board, and by expelling certain mind out of this like hive mind of the board, that mind was actually cast outside and taken form of a worm because it needed a way to exist, I guess, outside of the pyramid. That's the third option. These 3 options are probably like the only 3 things I get right now. I don't know how big the pyramid actually is. I don't think we ever really like see this. It is also possible that the size of the pyramid is actually shifting depending on the circumstances when you are encountering it. So, you know, Your guess is as good as mine.
Intense pressure behind the eyes and partial blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane and appears severely disoriented. Preliminary examination revealed no immediate cause, so we will be sending patient for x-rays and... What the fuck is that thing? God, it burst right out of him. Code black! Get Marshall!
Well, was this an alien reference? Just got a replete. Give me something good, please. Zoom boost, nice. I have 2 of those. Like that. I don't need. I need bigger power. I don't need zooms. If I wanted zoomies, I would just ask my cats. Where are we going even with this? I'm nowhere where I needed to go. What's in here? Wait, is this the same one that I already checked? I think it's the same one. Oh my god, there again. Those shields, man. Dude, stop running. Okay, I need a friend. Go get them, champ. Oh, never mind, Is he alive? He's still alive, alright. Oh, never mind, he's no longer alive, though. Ah. Man. I don't know how to deal with you guys. This is not funny. Bro. I swear to God. This is the bane of my existence. Okay, you're with me now. Go earn your pay, buddy. Thank you. Are we done? I think we might be done. I'm not going into that room either, by the way. This was what fucked me over the first time. Ah, that was scary. I don't know, there was just something about that... like, corridor and those railings that was so fucking up with my aim. I need to go through here, I believe. Can you let me through? I'm a director. Like, I'm a director of this place and they never let me go anywhere. Like, what are we talking about? Just... No. Can you open up? Thank you. Can you... Can I, like, beep some? How do I get through? Maybe... No. I cannot go upstairs. So it looks like this leads into the astral plane, by the way. Straight up. Central containment and logistics. Wait. Maybe... Maybe I could go through here? Would that help? And this is like an infirmary. Is this again? How about here? Nothing? No. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. Should I go through here then? I love the pipe post, by the way. It kind of makes sense, and in like an environment where you cannot use the mobile devices and internet because you don't want anything to escape via internet outside, right? That you will be using the pipe post. It's kind of nice touch. Like this freaking whole facility, it's like the 21st millennium, but it still looks like in 1960s. You know what I mean. Oh god. This is not what I meant. Give me that wheelchair. I'm gonna smug them with a... How am I almost... Ah, that explains why I'm almost dead. They have a freaking rocket launcher. And a healing dude. Jess, please can you grab something and throw it at them? Thank you. I'm out of energy though. I need to kill that stuff that is actually healing them. Jess? You feeling alright? Wait, did I just... I think I just took his rocket. Can you throw something? What are we doing? I'm sorry you have to see this. I'm a noob at this game. I love the lore, it's just... The fighting gets so difficult for me. Give me that healing. No, I'm... 1300 shards, really? Greedy fuckers. Oh well, at least it's not game over, you know? Okay, where are we? Wait, I need to go again through that hellhole. I don't think this gun is good fit for me. It has a good kick, like you shoot it, it brings down buildings. That I kind of suck at aiming in this game. I don't know why. It's maybe the way they move. It's very... Okay. Why not use grip as the main weapon mode? What's grip? It's like this one? I'm using... Hang on. I'm using grip and pierce. Maybe I should be using grip more. But hey, they are not here anymore, so everything is fine. Right? Ooh. Treasure. Don't mind if I do. The thing is, I was like using the pistol, the main pistol, the grip, the whole time I was playing this for the first time. So I was like, I need to spice things up a little bit. You know what? You know what I mean? Let's just not play just with one thing all over again. But I don't know. It kind of feels superior. All others have niche application access spin, which sucks. Yeah, I didn't like spin either. Okay, I think we are on the right track here. I think we are. Oh, never mind. These assheads with their freaking rocket launchers, man. This is one of the niche uses, you know? Just blast him down. Where's the... Oh my god. The explosive guys, right? What do we have? There is one dude. There was a sniper even. Okay. There is a healing thingy. Did I kill it? No. Now I did. Like realistically, you're using the telekinesis the most, right? Go get him, jump. Oh. Wow. No grenadiers, please. Okay, this is... What the hell? What's going on? He's seeing this. This is creepy. What the hell? Can we not? Can we... Why is my game bugging like that? Can we not do this? It was fine before. What the hell? It's not a bug. It's just alternative word event, you know? Just throw shit at them at the most? Yeah, I mean, like, the telekinesis is what you're using the most realistically, right? Dude, get me. Let me get the box. What are we talking about? Why? Bro. This is messed up. Can I open this? Oh. Shortcut. Lovely. Now I get the box. Launch efficiency. Hang on. What did I get? Launch efficiency. It's only 17, and the one I have is 18%. So the one I have is better, right? I would like more mods. No, just only 3 slots is not. It's nearly not enough. Okay. Oh, we have shelter here. Like, if I am remembering correctly, there are never enemies in the shelter. It's always just... Wait. I just got level 5. Launch efficiency 20%. That's great. That's great. This bug needs to stop. If this won't stop, I will maybe I will need to restart the game. I don't know. Where are we going? This way. Okay. Stop, please. Come on. Gotta say though, how old is this game? Like 6 years? 7 years? It was 2019 released? 2022? I'm not sure. Unless this is going to find this out for me. (2019), so it's 7 years old. It looks freaking phenomenal. Like Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake was like 2022. It's one of the best looking games.
August 4th, 1964. We discovered the oldest house while investigating a suspected altered world event case.
Dr. Darling, my favorite. Alan Wake voice, by the way.
Agents found their way up into the building. Once we became aware of it, it was there. For the rest of the population, it was hiding in plain sight. A slippery...
So I think I've been talking about this when I was playing Alan and when I was playing Control in previous streams, but I'm gonna repeat this. This is the guy who voiced acted Alan Wake. So not the actor who acted Alan Wake. No, the voice of Alan Wake was this guy in both games. Which is kind of funny. Because now whenever you see the interview with the actor of Alan Wake, I don't know, I forgot what his name is, because, yeah, those northern names are kind of hard to remember for me most of the time. But you're really weirded out, because you have this voice associated with Alan Wake so much that when Alan starts talking and he sounds different, it's like weird. On the other hand, if you're just listening to Dr. Darling and you do not know he was voice acting Alan Wake and you're not paying attention, you might miss this. But once you know it, once it hits you that this is actually voice of the Alan Wake, then like it clicks, you know, and you just, oh my god, that's true. I want Resonance to be different, of course, but I hope they give us more time inside of the oldest house. Yeah. The oldest house is really fun to explore. It's like the whole universe on its own. But like, I am personally more intrigued about the thresholds and like the other realities that we never really explore in this game, in this particular game. But we know that the oldest house is a key to like traverse them, right? This is the tree that we grew in that dark place. that can access all of those realities. So it's essentially now everyone who know about all this house can do what Mr. Door can do without it, which is very interesting thing.
Blind spot, seemingly discouraging observation. It's a place of power, an ongoing AWE of its own, seemingly adhering to its physical outer constraints and yet constantly breaking the known boundaries of reality. It's unstable, shifting. Note, for more details on control points and the research and process to stabilize and secure the core sectors, refer to a separate presentation. After extensive research and investigation, the Bureau made the building its headquarters on November 13th, 1968. The Federal Bureau of Control was never out in the open. This was always an obfuscated, classified top-secret operation. So imagine our surprise when the building's observation-resistant aspects began in some unquantifiable way to affect the Bureau as a whole.
The oldest house is such a cool idea, though. The Dr. Darling acting, by the way, is like top notch. I love these little movies with him, both in Alan Wake 2 and in this game. He always portrays, he's just such a phenomenal actor that he makes it like you believe him that he is this quirky scientist who is he's very knowledgeable about what he's talking about, but always a little bit awkward at the camera. And there is always like these like little mistakes that look like it was really filmed as something really amateurish, which is actually hard to replicate if you are trying to film this on purpose. And they absolutely nailed it. Like, I would say that Dr. Darling is one of my most favorite characters in this universe, but I would be lying, because frankly speaking, all of them are. Like Alan, Alex, you know, Saga, Jesse, Dylan, Dr. all of them. I just love all of the characters they build up. It's such a every Remedy game is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I loved Remedy games all the way since the first Max Payne. There has been one game from them that I haven't played, which is some sort of like a racing game, if I understood it correctly. It's very old. I haven't played that. I don't intend to. I don't think it is the same level of like storytelling as the later games were. But everything else, I played every single game of them that they made, except Max Payne 3. But I think Max Payne 3 isn't even made by Remedy. I think the Rockstar outsourced it into another team. So I'm not even going to bother. Wait, that is clock? No. Oh, it's like the typing machine. Sonograph, I believe. He's so great. Yeah, he's so great, so precious. I wonder if we actually meet him in the next Control game, because Alan Wake 2 would suggest that he is still alive, except he is lost somewhere between dimensions right now. So something must have happened when they opened up Polaris, and he must have been like sucked away to some different dimension and he doesn't know how to leave. We know essentially that he is somewhere around the dark place, or at least that was implied in Alan Wake 2. Okay, where are we going? This way? But there are no doors though. Okay, that's peculiar. Jess is so clumsy. She's literally... Oh my god. Guys. Didn't I fight you off just now? What are we doing? I'm just going to beat you up with your dead body there. Oh my god. Freaking exploded dudes. That's gonna be an issue. There we go. Give me my health back. Oh my god, it's the room of the box. It's the room that is glitching. We need to get out of here. It's not this way. This way is the... Okay, how do I proceed from here? This is... Not this way then. Is there a way through here? Someone know? Oh, Polaris is actually freaking glowing here. She's probably been glowing here for like a million of years. And I'm just running around like a lost raccoon. Get out of here, bro. Okay. Progress, finally. I think. Beep. Oh, shit. Okay. Shouldn't have been in my way, man. Prime candidate program. Okay. Is the prime candidate... Was Dylan? Dylan was prime candidate, right?
The Bureau needs a director.
He wanted to shape Dylan into his successor.
P6 and P7.
I don't really like Trench either. One thing about Trench that I do like is that he is being voice acted by the same guy who voice acted the Max Payne and Alex Casey. The detective Alex Casey. So there's one peculiar thing about the Alan Wake. There are two Alex Caseys, right? The Alex Casey, the detective, who has been voice acted by the same guy who voice acted Max Payne, and the Alex Casey, the FBI agent, who has been voice acted by Sam Lake himself. There's like one of the subtle differences between two Alex Caseys. Let's just like, oh my god. Ouch. Dude. Stop it. You stop it too. I'm tired of your bullshit. I just killed disabled guy on the wheelchair. I don't know if I should be proud of that. Look at the room all warped up. It looks like it's spiraling. Okay, that takes care of the healing. Maybe I get some healing out of it actually. Oh. What to do with this? We cannot blast our way through this, can we? And they're like... I'm sorry, I had to sneeze. And then like notes that would be protecting this thing. Do we need to take... Okay, never mind. Bro. Okay, he's down. They opened it up. Okay, they opened it up. Good. Good. So yeah, sadly, the voice actor for Max Payne and Alex Casey and director Trench, he passed away. I think like shortly after Alan Wake 2 was released, actually. Like literally like within a month or so. So yeah, we will sadly never hear that very charismatic wrapped up voice again. And yeah, it's a shame. He passed away relatively young too. So anyway, Threshold Kids. This is my favorite kids show ever. You guys enjoying Threshold Kids, but just as much as I do. Also, before FBC Prime candidate. Okay.
Upset, Meg. Why
Mr. Bones?
Tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
Mr. Bones.
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this
Telepathy?
ESP.
Oh my god. Why is he so horrifying?
Objects like a baseball.
So telepathy, telekinesis.
Fly ball, eh, Meg? So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
Yeah, I don't know about the big chair. It sounds like a torture chamber, to be honest. Especially in like FBC.
The big chair.
What if I don't want
Oh, the big chair is the director chair, right?
Everyone wants the big chair, Meg! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
That one I definitely don't want. Anyway. What's this? Huh. Bright Falls summary. Bright Falls, huh? Ave 35. As uncomfort treasured manifestation at Cauldron Lake resulted in a fictional story written by author Alan Wake, creating an Ave in which reality was altered to match that of the story told only locally and for a limited time. Mr. Kilklund, head of investigation, was alerted on September 13, 2010 by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker, see redacted, that an AVE event was taking place in Bright Falls. WA refers to event investigated. What's WA? It's like a state? Western Arizona? Something like that? Is it? Oh, who cares? Refer to events investigated in 1970s, 1978. Breaker has received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan's Wake literal agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter, Sarah, who is the current sheriff of Bright Falls. A Bureau field team arrived on the site 2 days later, only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted, referred to the 1970s, Thomas Zane, 1976-78, Odin Anderson, Thor Anderson. Alan Wake was believed to redacted instigator. Eyewitnesses report highlights as old light switch, impossible object of power, that redacted missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived into the lake, but nobody was recovered in the search. Pretty much the summary of the first game and leading to the events of the Alan Wake 2, right? It's also probably why the lake house and other like points of interest of FBC was established around the Cauldron Lake that we can then later see within Alan Wake 2 as we are going around. Washington? Ah, I see. So we're supposed to find something in here? Is it? There's a shelter here. Did I check this one? I did not. Well, don't mind if I do now. What is the highest level of upgrades that you can do? Like, is level 5 the highest? Like the red one? It's better be the highest, right? Like, there is no way it could be. Look at this, like, it looks like somebody took this corridor and like twisted it a little bit to the right. You know, clockwise. It's so weird. But like, you have to embrace the weirdness. This game is great. Just using gun as a flashlight here. For you know, if you don't have a flashlight and you have a gun, you can start shooting to temporarily illuminate the area around you. So that works too, right? What's this? Case files. Brightfall supplement. Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It was concluded that she has been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after Brightfall's event are FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale and Dr. Emil Hartman. So we know what happened to Nightingale. We don't know what happened to Hartman, actually. Did we meet Hartman in Alan Wake 2? I don't think so. I think he was just mentioned. Refer to the creator's dilemma and the file responds to Calderon Lake Lodge. Bureau researchers believe this event was the result of forceful perception of subjective reality stemming from Mr. Wake, overlapping on our own. Wake has been flagged as a potential para-utilitarian. See Prime Candidate Program file for more details. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press, New York and Olympia. Agents interviewed Clay Stewart as suspected minor para-utilitarian sensitivity. He was placed under indefinite surveillance. Isn't the Clay one of the... Isn't it one of the witnesses that has been featured in that Lake Cabin DLC? I'm not sure. A monitoring station was established at Calderon Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. Okay, so in this one we have a lot of Alan Wake and Bright Force stories. I bet this will be tied to the 8th DLC, this very room. The Prime Candidate Program, though, but we need to... We need to find the Prime Candidate Program, though. Where would that be? Maybe in here? Maybe upstairs in here? We're finding some information. I'm not sure if that is enough, though. Hang on. Oh, never mind. It's just screwed up. I thought I see Polaris in there. Where is Polaris? She's usually shining up the way, you know? Which means that if she isn't here, then probably what we are looking for isn't here either. Also, it's past midnight right now, so I will be probably concluding the stream in a couple of minutes. Let's see if we can find some good place to end this. And if you want me to rate somebody,
differently and ordinary for us.
If you want me to rate somebody, just tell me. Hang on.
Finding the projector will.
Ordinary. So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, Prime Candidate 6. And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this.
So that Dylan killed somebody when he was just a kid.
We will make this work.
So he was already
We'll make this work.
so powerful even as a child. Interesting. Okay, thank you, Dr. Darling, for disclosing this. Seems like Dr. Darling took a liking in Dylan. P6 victim autopsy, okay. Blunt force injuries of the head and neck, excessive trauma from abdominal region, lacerations and contusions of the upper lower torso, fracture of the spinal cord between L1 and L2 vertebrae, avulsion fracture of thirds. So basically, Dylan just went ham on them. After exorcism, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that concurred when the redacted was contorted through his redacted. Most likely telekinesis, right? He probably, like, lifted the guy, you know, chewed him up a little bit, you know, and then just throw him through something. Because they probably pushed him. What's this? Dylan Faden's transcript. Wait, where is this? Where is this? There we go. Subject was alone during his outburst. You again, I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you B-word. I will dig out my own brains. It means get rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Subject repeated the phrase fuck off numerous times before being sedated. Oh my god. What were I doing to your brother? Jess. Okay, so there was something. What's through here? Something to find? No? Not even a tidbit of paper. Okay, fine. This way maybe. Security panopticon transit corridor. And we are getting out of here through here though. So it's not really helpful, is it? Alright. I think I will call this here because I can just go through the security now. Right? And there is... Hang on, let me get this straight. Oh my god, there is the corridor of bugs though. Can we get to the logistics? Yeah, we can get through to the logistics through here. And right here, there is a save point. So we're going to save there. We still like a restore health. We are full health, so we don't need restoration, but that is fine. And from here, we will be able to continue next time. Now, do I have any suggestions about who to rate with our stream right now? Do we have something? Hang on, let me swap this. I think we need a new background. I still have this Christmassy one. Unless this is cooking something up, so don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that, alright? But yeah, I'm going to take you guys, and we're going to be raiding somebody. In making, yeah, thank you, Alastis, that's lovely. This is a great game, and I want to continue playing it. I have a lot of my table. I still want to finish the Hrot game, also my favorite boomer shooter. So these are going to be the two games that I'm going to be focusing on. I also got into the Deadlock, the game, which to my surprise is less of a shooter and more of like a League of Legends kind of thingy, kind of like MOBA. You know, like the very like Dota-esque kind of shooter. It has such a good charm though. Like characters are interesting, and the whole setting is very interesting. If you don't know what Deadlock is, look it up. Just for the settings and lore alone, it's worth it. But with all that said, who are we going to be raiding today? You know what? I'm just gonna let me Twitch recommend somebody. Maybe somebody is playing Control right now. And let's make somebody's day, right? There seem to be like 4 people playing Control right now. We do have Goose the Great. Maybe it's English Ryan Gosling. What the fuck? He has Ryan Gosling in his tag. We have to raid him now. So say hi to the Goose the Great, and I will see you guys next time. Also, if you enjoyed today, hit the follow button and watch me as I stream more things. We also have a Discord, which we can go like this, right? And I'm going to put it on YouTube as well. So if you want to be part of my community that we are growing on the Discord, hop in and just say hi. You will be able to see all kinds of threads and talks that we have, you know, game screenshots, game talk, even like historical fencing and all sorts of stuff. Lovely people there. So get in, say hi, hit the follow button on Twitch. That will help me a lot and you will not miss our stream. And until next time, I hope you guys having a lovely, lovely Monday. Well, as stupid as it sounds. And I will see you probably tomorrow. Maybe with more control. I'm kind of getting back into it. And it was fun playing it today. But for now, we are raiding Mr. Goose the Great, who is actually playing one of those Japanese doctor like meditation cassettes in Control, as it would seem. So yeah, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. You've been lovely today. Bye.